Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. If you are new, my name is LYDIA DEETZ, and if you want to see how to get my wedding look, then just keep watching. So, let's begin our LYDIA transformation. Honestly. Okay. Let's begin our LYDIA transformation. So, I'm going to go in and I'm first going to clear out my skin. If you want to use foundation, I feel like a broken record, but if you want to, feel free. I'm not going to. I'm going to use the Colourpop Pretty Fresh Concealer in 10N, and I'm going to use this to, even out my skin tone. I don't really want freckles, but we're not going to be able to get rid of all of them, but I do have some pimples because I'm breaking out. Yay me. And we're going to cancel out all of those. So that's fun. And you don't really have to conceal too much around your eyes. She is like very sunken in. So if you don't want to put much under your eyes, then don't. I'm going to put a little bit, but not much, because like all under here for her is very dark. She is very pale, so if you want to do like a shade lighter than your normal foundation, you totally could. If you just want to do your normal foundation shade, that's fine too. There's no right or wrong here. It's all up to you. No matter what, like whatever skin tone you have, it's gonna read LYDIA wedding scene because of the outfit and because of the other makeup that we put on. So the skin tone does not matter in the slightest. But you do want to make sure that your skin tone is even. I'm going to set that down with the Starfire powder. I love this, especially for like when I want to really kind of get coverage. A lot of my other translucent powders they're good, but they don't really provide like a ton of coverage. But this stuff does. So I'm just going to set my whole face. So now that we are very evened out, I'm going to work on my eyebrows because she has more bold brows than I do. They're not like crazy, but I do need to fill them in a little bit. So I'll put a picture of her up on the screen that you can really see her in, but she just has much darker brows than I do. So we're just going to add a little bit more color. So I'm going to first go, I feel like we're kind of doing the same steps. This as a lot of the other Halloween looks. So I'm going to go in with e.l.f. Wow Brow, and I'm going to brush up my brows, and then I'm just going to fill them in with a little bit of shadow. Alright, so after we brush through the brows, then we are going to go in. So I'm going to use a mixture of two palettes today, and I'm going to use this one to use my eyebrows, but I'll show you both of them now. So I'm going to go in with the, Colourpop Main Squeeze palette, and then the Jaclyn Hill Morphe Original palette. I don't know the names, but I'm going to go into this brown and this brown. So those two on that little Alamar brush. And I'm not going to like carve it out. I'm just going to add hairs. Because her brows aren't that bold. They're just a little darker than mine. Alright, so for eyes, she pretty much is just like smoked out red. So in the movie, she doesn't have that much eye makeup on. But I always envision her with like a ton of red. So I'm just going to do that. I'm going to take some liberties in how I'm doing her makeup, but I think it's going to read the same way, even though it's not going to match exactly. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to go in with pretty much a bunch of red tones, and that's what we're going to do. So I first want to go in with this Essence Long Lasting Eye Pencil in Black Fever, and I'm going to put that on my lower lash line because she has a lot of darkness under there. So I'm just going to kind of like gently smudge. I don't want to put too much under here, but I do want to put a little bit under here. And as for a lot of like Tim Burton characters, her eyes kind of like go out on the outside. So I'm going to focus most of that out here. And then we'll smudge it down and out as we go with the red. Yeah, like that. And then I might put a little bit up here. Just a little. Just like 3/4 of the way, or a third of the way across. So I first want to go in, I guess, with that Alamar brush and use that to gently smudge out the black that we just put on. So I'm going to go in first with, I'm going to start actually in the Jaclyn Hill palette since we were just there. I'm going to go into this red shade right here, into this LMR brush, and I'm going to use that to blend out the black liner a little bit. So again, I want to focus on blending that like downwards. And she is like smoked out, so don't be afraid to bring this down. And then we'll smudge it out with more fluffier brushes as well to really diffuse the color. So have you guys watched Beetlejuice yet this year? I think I told you in one of my last videos, that was one of the first Halloween movies we watched this year. We watched Addams Family, then we watched Beetlejuice, we watched Hocus Pocus. I'm trying to think. We watched the Hubie Halloween, the one that's new on Netflix by Adam Sandler. And honestly, I don't really like Adam Sandler typically, but we watched it because Tyler really likes him. And I didn't hate it. I fell asleep during it, to be honest, right at the end. But I got the gist of what happened. But it was pretty funny. If you like him, you'd probably like it a lot. But I think I want to watch Halloween Town, and I want to watch Twitches still. And I want to watch Casper. Can you guys believe I haven't watched Casper yet this year? Oh my gosh. So yeah, so that's on my... Oh, we watched Scooby-Doo. That's the other one that we watched. But yeah, so those are on my to-watch list. But what have you guys watched? What's your favorite Halloween movie? Comment that down below. Like, of all the time. Okay, so I really like the shape of this so far. So now I'm going to go in with a fluffier brush and just kind of reinforce that. So I'm going to go in with this Elizabeth Mott blending brush into the same deep red shade from the Jaclyn Hill palette. I'm just going to dip in and I'm just going to slowly bring that down and blend this out. This is an eye look that you can be very messy with. I really hope that you guys liked this whole series that I've done this year. I feel like I've finally gotten to do like Halloween makeup, like actually give it some time on my channel. I feel like I've never really gotten a chance to fully commit to doing a lot of Halloween looks yet. And I'm really glad I got to do it this year. I love Halloween. I think I told you guys that. It is my favorite holiday of all time. And so that's why I was so like sad I haven't been able to do it for you yet. But this year I feel like I really got to do it justice. So I want to know what your favorite makeup look that I've done this Halloween. So I've done 6 I think so far, which is pretty crazy. So I'm literally dragging this so far down, and you're just going to keep dragging it down. Like if you feel like you've dragged it enough, just keep going. So as you can see, I'm not really pulling it too far into this intersection. I'm just kind of keeping it on the outer parts of the eye and really dragging it down low out here. Because that's kind of like Tim Burton's style, I feel. Like a lot of his makeup looks or like characters is all about like the droopy eye. So I kind of want to keep that shape going for her because she is a Tim Burton character. So I'm going to go in with an even fluffier brush. This big Morphe Beautiful in Bronze brush. And I'm going to go into the same shade. And I'm really going to pack this on. And we are going to start blowing this out. So I envision her like she has this shade pretty much as her blush as well. So I kind of want to like bring it out and just blow it out into her cheek area. So we're just going to start pulling this out here as if it was a blush, and you're just going to drag it. And we'll go in with some brighter reds as well. We're just laying down the foundation of depth, and then we'll add more color on top. So you kind of want to stop at where your cheekbone is. You don't want to drag it too far down. And then just take whatever extra you have and just kind of blend it into that brow bone right at the end. Okay, so now I want to go in with the same brush, and I'm going to go into the shade Like It's Hot. which is a brighter, more vibrant red than the red that we have been using. And I'm just going to use this, like, kind of just layer this right on top of the shades that we've just put down. This is just going to intensify that red color. Not that it's not already red, but it's just going to add a little bit more of dimension by layering the two on top. Okay, drag this under the eye and then out. And if you feel like you've overdone it, just use a little bit of this to shear it out. You can just go over the whole thing if you want. I'm still trying to figure out how to do my hair for this. She has those bangs that just like hang, right? They're like stuck together and they're like pointy. And then like a big mop essentially on her head. And I'm trying to figure out how to do that with my hair. So that should be interesting. After I'm done, I'll tell you guys how I'm gonna do it, but I have to mess with it. I want to add a little bit more right along the edges of my eye. So I'm gonna go back into that deep red from the Jaclyn Hill palette, and I'm just going to smudge that along out here again, just reinforcing that depth. I'm just kind of dragging it down like that. And then same on the upper lash. Okay, back in with the Elizabeth Mott brush into that deep color. And just smudging that really along the eye again. Oh, I like it. So if you want to add a little bit of highlight, you can. I think I might, just for fun. So I'm going to go in with this e.l.f. brush, and I'm going to go into this shade from the Jaclyn Hill palette, these two top ones. I'm just going to blend into a little bit of both of those, and just gently kind of lay that on top. Just like dab it on. Because I don't want to get rid of the red, I just want to add a little bit of shimmer up here. And then I'm going to actually do the same thing with the same shades on the same brush and just put it right into the inner corner. We kind of left that part barren, and we can kind of use that to blend it in. I really, really like it. So I added a little bit of the shadow in this section because I looked at her again and she does have a lot of darkness in there. So I just added a little bit of those two shades, the Like It's Hot and the red shade from the Jaclyn Hill palette. And I just kind of added a little bit more under there, and I'm really happy with it. So I curled my lashes, and I'm going to use the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara, and then I'm going to set my face with the Makeup Revolution Hyaluronic Fix, and I will be back. Okay, so now that we have mascara on, the last thing to do is lips, and we are done. So this is pretty simple, and I feel like I have the perfect lip product for this. So this is the Colourpop Just a Tint lip crayon in the shade Chimichanga, and it's a red, and these lips are supposed to be like super sheer or like sheerable and kind of matte, and I feel like that's good for this look. So I'm just gonna gently put this on and like smudge it out with my finger, because she doesn't have a whole lot of color, but she does have some, and I feel like this is like a good sheer lip color because it's red. It gives you just like a hint of something. Add a little bit more color to the inner part, kind of like ombre it out. Deepest on the center. Yeah. So let me go work on my hair and put on my outfit that I just want you guys to know. I worked hard on this outfit, so I hope that it looks good. And I'll be back. Alright guys, so this is the finished look. I feel like this shirt turned out so good. And my veil! So Okay, so my hair. It's not great, but it's not bad. I tried a couple ways. My hair's just too long to do this kind of thing. So I essentially, well, I made this veil, and then I just got like a big, it wasn't big, it was like a roll of red tulle, and I just took some red thread and sewed it together in like different long pieces and made like a big bundle, and then I used that clip at the top to like clip it onto my head. And so I made a ponytail. I left out all my baby hairs, which obviously they don't look exactly like hers, but they're pretty close. And I took the two halves and split it, and then hooked the veil onto my bun, like I guess right onto the scrunchy part of my ponytail, and then wrapped either side around and clipped it in place, and then wrapped the other side around and clipped it in place. That's how I made my hair look like short on the sides, because her hair is not long. But yeah, that's like the best I could figure out how to do it without it looking like crazy. And then this shirt. So I actually already owned this shirt. And it's pretty cool. So I already own this, and I took some of that red tulle and I made like bundles out of it and then sewed it onto the shirt. I can just snip it off so it's not permanently like this. And then I just took some of the tulle and tied it around my neck. So yeah, that's pretty much how I made this whole outfit. And the tulle, the roll of tulle, I think was like $3. So I spent like $3 on this whole outfit, which is pretty good. So yeah, I really like how it turned out. I feel like it reads Lydia, and I'm very pleased. I really, really like it. I hope you guys liked it too. Please give this video a thumbs up if you did enjoy it, and please subscribe if you have not. And share this with your friends and family if there's somebody who wants to be Lydia for Halloween and isn't sure how to do it. Definitely share this with them, or just the Beetlejuice lover in your life. I really hope you guys enjoyed my Halloween series this year. I feel very accomplished personally for doing so many of them, and I feel like they've turned out good, and I really hope you guys like them. So if you did, please show your support by commenting or liking or subscribing to this channel. You can follow me on Instagram and on TikTok too if you would like. That's pretty much it. So I will get back to my regular scheduled makeup tutorials, and I have another clothing haul coming because I ordered more stuff. And yeah, so if you guys are interested in that, definitely turn on your notification bell so you get notified every single time that I upload, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!